Hello. Okay, so it's officially almost been 3 weeks since we got back from the trip. Safe to say, if somebody offered me a plane ticket, I would be right back there again tomorrow. Um, so first of all, this trip impacted my life in so many ways that I never really expected. I knew that this was going to be a great opportunity. I was going to learn so much about different cultures, but I learned a lot about myself too that I never knew. Didn't think I would ever know. I would never find out if I didn't go on this trip. Um, just about how I am around people and how I am eating. Since I've been back, um, I have actually cut meat, not completely out of my diet, but I've worked on it. I try to go 3 days a week without eating any meat. Um, I learned that you don't really need it. There's other ways you can get your protein. There's other way you can get the nutrients from meat, and honestly, it's really not that great for you. Um, so that's probably the biggest thing that's changed in my life since I've been back. I have definitely been more active. I take advantage of being able to walk places or ride my bike places instead of jumping in the car like I used to. Um, I also, when I go to the grocery stores, I don't just buy the cheapest food anymore. Obviously, we still have to keep it cheap. I'm still in college. But I do pay attention to where it's coming from, if it's organically grown, or if it's going to be like super processed, because I don't want that anymore. I didn't want that before, but now I know how much of a difference it's going to make. Um, so those are some of the changes that I've had, that I've started to integrate into my life. Nothing too crazy, but I can definitely feel a difference, feel more energized all the time. I have more motivation to do things, to actually cook. I don't dread it anymore, which is really crazy. Um, it's been a really good thing since I've been back. Um, as far as what I would say to future clients, so in my pre-departure video, I said that my favorite quote from the book was, "The older you get, the healthier you've been." And I feel like that still applies now, if not more than before. The people in Ikaria and Sardinia, they are so grateful for their lives, and they're so grateful for how long of lives they live. And one of the things that stuck with me was, if you're 90 years old and you're not still taking care of your vegetables and you're not still taking care of your goats, then you're not okay. And that's just so crazy here, because I feel like when you're 90, you're in America, people are just like, I'm miserable, I'm ready to go, like, I've lived my life. But for them, they're still living and they're still enjoying every second of it. And I think that's so important, just because sometimes life is tough, but you've lived a healthy life if you've made it that far. So, like, why not keep going with it? So I would make sure, when I'm motivating clients, like, just remind them of how great of a life, like, they've been given, and how healthy they have been. And there might be bumps in the road, but they just keep pushing through it and it'll get better again. All of my expectations that I mentioned in my pre-departure video were exceeded, like, through the roof. Never thought I would have ever experienced some of the things that we did. Exercising, I know it's a huge thing there. I did not expect to exercise as much as we did. I like to think of myself as a pretty active person, but some of those hikes really kicked my butt, and for the better. I really loved them, but it was awesome, and I can understand why everybody there lives such long lives, because their hearts are always pumping the way they're climbing up those mountains. As far as occupational, their life is so different. I remember one of the centenarians telling us, when we asked her what she did for a job, that she said everything. Like, I don't have a job. I do what my family needed me to do. And I think that's so cool, just because it's so fulfilling. Everything that she needed in her life, she did for herself, which is just absolutely amazing. We don't have that luxury here. We are given things, which I guess we take as a luxury. But it would just be so fulfilling to know that this dinner I'm eating, I grew all of it. Or the milk that I'm drinking, I milked the goat for that. And then the social aspect is just so different for us also. They cherish their time with everybody, especially their elders. And that is just one thing that I feel like here we're not good at. We are just like, okay, we have our own lives, we have to keep living, and in the end of the day, we wouldn't be where we are without them, and we need to have more respect for them. But overall, being able to take videos of everything, I really just think brought everything together for me. If I wouldn't have been so in touch with knowing that I was doing this for a project, I probably wouldn't have taken as many videos, and I'm so grateful looking back on them for all the videos that I've had.